Yeah, whatever. Morning, cunt. I am fresh from leading an insurrection in Brazil. We will stop the steal. We will take it back. I encourage everything. Let's go. Sweating already. Sweating. It's cold. I wasn't going to do a thing today, but then I thought, why not? Why not do it and fill the time? In about an hour and a bit, I need to get the journey to Liverpool on the way. Just checking that there's not a ghost behind me, of course. It's early for the Americans. It's midday for me. 30 minutes, that's all it is. Brazilians have gone mad, attacking the Congress. It's an awesome building. I'll try and find it here. I've never been to Brasilia. It's in the interior, and I've only been down the coast. Capital used to be Rio, of course, but because it's such a complicated country, they moved it inland a little bit a few years ago. It's quite a cool building, isn't it? Like an 8-shaped building. What does the 8 stand for? There you are. At least this insurrection looked. It's not really an insurrection. Neither was the last one. At least this one looks colourful, right? Green and yellow. It's nice. Nice sight. They filmed themselves. They'll probably all be arrested. Anyway, great. Good times. Let's stop that there. Stop the screen, as StreamYard said, and stop the steal. I say. That's what I say, and I mean it. Maybe I'll go to Brazil in a couple of weeks. Maybe I won't. Who knows? I know a couple of ladies, that are into this. When it happened, they were like, "Stop the steal." I didn't stay in it, say anything because ultimately I want to, So I'll agree. I'll just agree. I don't care. I'll sell my soul. I thought that said wanking Hank. Walking Hank and listen to this. Hank looked so terrified yesterday, Jamie. Can we bring this up here? It looked like he'd been abused yesterday. He looked like he'd been dragged through a hedge and bummed. So let's have a look at Hank. Let's have a look at old Hank the wanker yesterday. I mean, he's already his bollocks cut off in one of the most heinous animal abuse practices that people seem to be allowed to do, having his balls cut off. Heinous animal. Don't pretend you care about dogs. Cut the balls off. And look, he looks like he's been absolutely bummed. So, Hank, if you're out there, blink twice. Blink twice if you need to be saved. Yeah, never been to Brasilia. But I probably will do one day, actually. Little flight in there. But there's so much nice stuff down the coast. And I love Rio and Sao Paulo and Buzios and all that. And there's places nearby I want to go back to. Ilha Grande means big island. In Florianopolis in the south as well. Obviously, Porto Alegre, where my friends are. Probably won't be able to see them next time. But places that are Minas Gerais and Brasilia, yeah, I'll go. There's not a lot in Brasilia, I don't think. I'll have to get someone who lives there to show me around. But yeah, that'd be the plan. Stop the steal! Woo! I don't know how to say it in Portuguese. I need to learn it. There we go. Other news. Prince Andrew paid obviously £12 million to bribe Virginia Giuffre into silence after allegedly being raped by the prince in Epstein's little network there for the CIA and Mossad, and got away with it by paying £12 million. I believe some of it was lent to him by the taxpayer, the UK. So that's nice, lovely. However, turns out, I believe, I read an article. I didn't even need to confirm it. I believe it's it's like an annual subscription because it runs out after a year, which means she can write more books and go on TV and talk about it more and all that stuff. So in fact, she's just got 12 million quid in her pocket, and then from very soon she can just go around going, "Yeah, he's a Nazi rapist though for the CIA or Mossad or whoever was in control of the Epstein network." We'll never know. So that's backfired on him, I would imagine. And he was forced to settle because the Queen was dying. So he's like, "I don't want this up my dead pussy. Let's pay this off. I'll die. You can deal with it." The Crown season 7, ladies and gentlemen. I imagine that's what the plot is. I always envisaged these being 30 minutes and then me having stuff to say, and then after 5 minutes just talked about 2 things I was going to talk about. The other one as well as Hank's not walking. Are you wanking though? Hey Hank PA, welcome in, sir. So we've covered Brazilians are doing Stop the Steal, Congress, and Prince Andrew, after his payoff, is soon to have that payoff run out, and Virginia Giuffre can talk about the Nazi CIA-led sex blackmail network. Probably more likely Mossad-led, but you know, this is my boudoir, Hank. I think I've streamed. I go from the other room sometimes as well. I like it in there, but in here I've got different monitors in there, a better setup. So at the moment, but I'll be flipping all this around and having a better streaming setup as well. This is just my little boudoir. But yeah, I'm up in Manchester now, so watch out. So yeah, Nancy Andrew is about to get more, you know, called a nonce again, which is never not nice, is it? When that goes away, I think when it happens and it trended that day, Twitter fucking suppressed that bad boy a few years ago because it was trending and then it just started disappearing all the way down. It's like what? Well, what? But obviously they can't. There's too much. There's too much over the years about the international sex trafficking network led by intelligence agencies and carried out by secretaries like Jeffrey Epstein and enablers like Ghislaine Maxwell. Brazil's situation is crazy. Oh, in Brasilia? Yeah, hopefully I haven't seen that anyone's died. Luckily, they might have done. I don't know anyone that lives in Brasilia, but I know people in Rio, Sao Paulo, Porto Alegre, all in the south, really. I know some people in the Amazon, like Manaus and that northeast, Recife, the other places up there that I can't think of right now. So yeah, I don't know anyone in the capital. So hopefully your friend's uncle is all good. Everyone's your uncle in Brazil, though. You know. Also, it's not frowned on for cousins to fuck. So it really isn't. Strange place, Brazil, but I do love it. But yeah, hopefully it'll resolve. But they've done the same thing in America. They filmed themselves doing it. So they're just going to get arrested in a similar fashion, and some of them might be dealt with a bit more swiftly as well, I think. I've missed what's going on in China. I know that they're just mental, and yeah, I don't know. I haven't caught up on any of China, so I need to have a look at that. I did see China trending the other day, but when I clicked on it, it was just talking about China in general, like one of those hashtag. The metadata, yeah. Well, no, most of those people storming the capital in Brazil wouldn't have known. Most of them have barely got a smartphone, you know. And as I said, I know a couple of Brazilian ladies that are into all this stuff because when the election happened, they were posting on the WhatsApp status. It's like, oh, stole the election. There's going to be a thing and all this. But, you know, I'm still going to probably have sex with them. So, and I just won't say anything about their political views. I can turn that off. Joking, of course. If anyone's watching. Yeah, they film themselves exactly the same way. And for Brazil is a very strange country, not least because its population, which is why the capital's in Brasilia, because it needs to be connected to the Amazonian regions, to the northeast, to the interior, and obviously being able to connect to Rio and the south and all that kind of stuff as well. It's strange because it's kind of like in many ways almost like a third world country, but then it's really modern in other ways as well. And the cities are really modern, especially in certain parts, and they're really good at tech. They're really good at tech in Brazil. And so I'm sure their analysts and stuff will be tracking down all these idiots very, very quickly. They're pretty, and the police don't fuck around as well. You know, you probably a couple of these people will go missing. Favorite wildly European coffee? I don't know. I mean, yeah, the instant stuff. I mean, I'm turning into a coffee wanker. I've got a machine in there, and I've got just under my apartment. I've got trendy coffee place and that, so I can get nice stuff. But I have been drinking an instant recently. I don't know what it is. It was just sort of given to me, but it is quite nice. European. I don't drink a lot of European. I guess that I grew up with like Nescafe, like, all that shit. You know, is it French? It sounds French. But so no, the gold one. Yeah, they're okay. People sniff at it, but some of them are okay. They're not bad. But I do prefer stronger. I like South American coffees, obviously Brazilian and Colombian and all that stuff as well. So yeah, I don't really have a favorite, but I'll drink any of the okay ones that are over here for sure. I don't really care. I'll drink anything really. I've just had, in fact, I was going to make another cup, but I'm having some colonic problems. Yeah, in general, coffee shitty, especially if it's cheap shitty coffee. But you can get some reasonable stuff that's not too expensive and nice. And I've still got a box of Brazilians. Actually, the day I brought this shirt in Rio, I got a box of coffee, like generic Brazilian coffee as well. And it's still sealed. I need I need like paper filters, or I could buy a filter machine for that, but I haven't yet. And I found one called Pau. Is it Pau? Pau, something like that in Buzios last time I was there. And I forgot to bring a bag home. It was really nice, really strong. And there was one day we did a podcast with Andy Andrist, and I drank something like, I was only drinking these little cups, but I had about 13 cups of this strong coffee in the morning. Or at lunchtime. I hadn't eaten anything apart from some black bean soup, which was forced down my throat by the Airbnb host. Like, I'll receive some of my black bean soup. I was like, okay. And I wasn't full at all. And I drank 13, I think it was 13 cups, and I was spinning out my mind. And then drank, I think, at least that in beers afterwards as well, in Brahma. So that was a fun Wednesday, I believe, with Andrist. I think it was our birthday, my birthday, maybe. That's because you're a punce, Kevin. Only reason I avoid coffee's effect has on me. But it needs moisture. No, I got all kinds of shit here. I got loads of grinds in all kinds of shit. I don't even know what half of it is. I've got every level of coffee from instant like espresso, Nespresso shit, grinds, bags of it. And I've got, if I open my where I go from the other room, if I open those curtains and look down, there's a wanky coffee place, and they have a roastery next door. I've been in there for a coffee. Dave, when he came up here, went and got us a takeaway when we were too hungover. It's nice, but they also sell bags of shit, and you can go in the roastery as well. It's right next door, but they don't open that as much. But it's kind of a hipster place in that it doesn't open at weekends, and it doesn't open past 4:30. So it's literally open 7:30 to 4:30 every day, and that's it. They're like, "Fuck you, we're not opening on a Saturday. Go fuck yourself. We're not opening for the post-work crowd. Fuck you." So I guess they make their money from selling the beans and the grinds. So you can buy it in any. It's literally under my apartment. If I look out, it's there. I can be there. I have to walk around, but I can be there in 2 minutes. It looks pretty nice. So I will be getting. Yeah, I'll be looking out. I think they've got a nice South American. You can buy like individual shit in beans, grinds, or whatever. Or you can buy like, they do like variety packs, they did a winter range with all the spices and all that shit, and they do I think they do a South American one, and you get 3 or 4, probably 3, I think, little bags of whatever. So I'm going to go and start checking it out a little bit more. But yeah, I haven't got a bean to cup machine or any fancy machine. I've got just a pod machine, but I've got presses and all that. So I've got everything. But the reason I've been banging this instant down is because I'm a bit chaotic half the time. And I just think, fuck, I've got a meeting in like 5 seconds. I need a coffee. And I'll just go in there and bang some coffee out quickly. Or I've got a stream or whatever. I've forgotten to make coffee. So that's where that comes from. But I'm also going to get a pot. I'm going to get a filter thing, so I can get some of this Brazilian shit, because that's what I was doing out there. They had a little pot, and you just chuck it in, and all that stuff. Nothing spectacular. but I want to get a bag. I'm going to try for the life of me to get a bag of this. I think it was pau. The problem with the word pau is pau means cock in Brazil. It means penis, and pau means bread. For about 8 years, I got those two mixed up because someone fucking told me that pau is cock and pau is bread. But in fact, pau is bread and pau is cock. But I'm sure the coffee I was drinking was called pau as well. So I don't know if it was cock bread or just a brand of coffee. I can have a look now. Brazil coffee. I think it was pau. It's pau. P-A-U. P-A-U. P-A-O is pau for penis, and pau is P-A with a fucking accent thing, O. That's the only difference between bread and a penis in Brazil. But I will get some of that for sure. Like I said, I've still got the other box that I brought years ago that's just been sealed up. It's still sealed away. It'll be fine. That I've had a few of, but I just get lazy using the filters and stuff. If I get one of those little pots, which I'll get next month or something, then I'll have about 10 ways of getting coffee, and then the coffee place right literally next door as well. So that's going to be nice. Yeah, I like French press. It's just for me. I need to just plan it a bit better and go, okay, I need an extra few seconds. It doesn't take long, does it? But it's just an extra few seconds rather than like, that's normally how I'm making coffee at the moment, but I need to relax to it. Cruise time. Yeah. Yeah. You'll be stealing some of your kids' internet. Don't tell me you won't. But put a cat in a bag. Are you doing the sequel to Don't Fuck with Cats? Don't fuck with cats. The other thing I was going to talk about, the fucking comedy venue. I've got an email this morning. I recognized the name, and then I was like, "Oh, who's that?" I might be about money. And then on the notification on your front screen of your phone, you can do the little drop down, and it gives you a bit more of the email. And it's like, "Oh, your slot on the 12th." I was like, "I haven't got a gig on the 12th. What's going on?" So I opened it, and it's about fucking Brighton Fringe. And apparently now, as alongside the month long, I don't know where my phone is. Alongside the month long festival, there's a music festival that's a 3-day thing that's right next door to this fucking venue. And to be fair to the guy, he's like, don't want it to fuck with the performance and that. So do you want to get another day, which is a pain in the ass, or you can move venues and do the same day? But I'm gonna have to move fast, so I've got to do that by tomorrow, really, because I don't want to lose any good times. But I had quite good slots as well, and if I have to do yeah, I'm going to go over this with Shannon tomorrow. So that, yeah, I got that. That's why I'm not mad at the guy, because to be fair to him, he's doing his best. He didn't know about it either. It's like, I don't even know who told him, but there's some kind of music festival right fucking next door for 3 days. At just those 3 days that we want to be there. Hey, and I can't even stick it, because you like to stick it onto the lady. But Shannon she can't do any admin at all. I've had to do everything because she's I don't know, just so yeah, I'm gonna have to organise all that in the next fucking day as well. But hopefully I'll do a good gig tonight in Liverpool. That's what I'm looking forward to. 60-second pause for balloon and break surface spoon. Oh, okay, okay. I thought you were talking about the fucking cruise for a minute. Then break surface a spoon, a stir. I'm just saying, put lid on. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've got one. A friend gave me one, so I've got like a little one. In fact, I've got 2 in there. I've got a slightly bigger one and a little tiny mini one as well. So I've got do you know what? At the weekend, on if I get time this week, I'll do it. But maybe Friday or Saturday, I'll do a press. I'll fucking take my time. Yeah, take it. Today's off. So I did 3 days on, 1 day off last week, and then it's just the nervous system arrest as well. But both rest days, I fucked my back, so I'm hoping by tomorrow it'll be okay. But what? Because there's 4 of us in this group, right? Well, they're in Wales and they're all doing it separately and all that. But we've got Strava. And one of the guys, I remember him doing this last year. He'll just go out and casually run fucking 13 miles, you know. And I said, "You're not going to do it this year because it's demoralizing." I'm doing tortoise stuff, and he's like, "No, definitely not." What does he fucking do? 13 miles, 21k. I was like, you motherfucker, because I just finished a small run. So I did 2 runs. I ran back home as well, down the canals. And then yesterday, I almost caught up with the guy that was at the top. So he's run about 20 miles so far. And the motherfucker goes and runs another 6. Like, because literally at the same time, because as I finished, I thought, oh, I've caught up. And then it goes bing. Matt has fucking finished another run. As I looked at it, I go, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. So it does get a little bit unofficially competitive, although it's not a competition because, you know, we're all falling to pieces in our own way. So, but it also is motivating because otherwise yesterday I would have done nothing. I would have done like a mile, but I did 4 miles yesterday. Because those cunts, it's just like I need to keep pace a little bit. And two of them at least are capable of. They're all capable of doing longer distances than I am at the moment. 2 of them in particular could go out and run 13 miles, just no worries at all. And I'm not there at the moment. I would like to get there, and I'm going to do a half marathon in the summer, hopefully, like an official one. I'll find one in like June or July round here. Manchester one's in April. It's a bit early, but I'm going to build up to that. But what I've realised is that the first day my knees are fucked. The second day my knees are a bit better. And then I was only doing 2 miles and then 2.25 miles. And then I did a 3 miler on Friday, maybe Saturday. And then a 2.5 mile after that. And then 4 miles yesterday. So my stamina is going up faster. And also, I used to have to. Last week, I was stopping a lot more, even for 30 seconds, because one, I had my knee issue. So if I stop for 10 seconds, that kind of goes away. And secondly, when my heart rate was getting to a certain level, I was feeling sick. So I just stopped. I go, okay, I'm going to slow down, stop, get that heart rate down. And it only takes, and that's getting faster as well, which is fitness, right? It's recovery. So it only takes 10, 15, 20 seconds. And I feel comfortable. And it's like, okay, I'm going to go. Because I'm just not going to push it until I'm vomiting in the fucking street or injuring myself. But that's all improving. It's all, and that's in 8 days. That's just gone from fucking there to I can do that much. So I'm hoping next week. I think I did 18 and a half miles running in the first 7 days, which is only really 6 days running. So I'm hoping next week I'm going to do an extra 3 miles, basically. So 21. And then the week after, 24. That would be my plan, because that will over subscribe me for about 24th, 25th. And I need to get as much as I can done by the 25th. But yeah, it feels all right. On the whole, I'm feeling better. And I'm sleepy. I didn't sleep well last night, but it might have been a bit of stress because it's not much, but I've got to go and have an official appointment with the fucking passport office. And it's normally done all online and all that stuff. So, but I've got to go in because I want a fast one. And they could say, oh, this isn't quite right. They shouldn't. I've got everything done. I've got my stupid little pictures and I've got my form done and I've got my ID. That sounds simple, but because I've moved, I had to make sure I get my license for my new address and, you know, and all this shit as well. But hopefully they'll be a very polite person. So we've got to get to Liverpool, be there at 3. At 4:30, I've got my passport appointment. Can't be late, can't be early. Do not be more than 10 minutes early for this appointment, please. You know, it's fucking cunts. And then from there, within the hour, I need to get over to a comedy club and speak to someone. And then hopefully I'll be doing a small set tonight at a club in Liverpool, which is very nice. And it's a good one to do as well. It's getting them to know me a bit up here. There's a filter so you can brew everything in one container. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I've seen those. You can do it all in one. Yeah, I don't drink a lot of coffee now. I don't need it really. It's habit. half the time. If I'm getting a meeting or a stream, even sometimes I'll be like, right, need a coffee. Don't really. So I'm drinking like 2 cups when I'm running. Breakfast is 2 coffees and a pint of water, maybe some fucking nuts, and then 2 hours later I'll go out for a run. That's all I need. I'll eat when I get back. I prefer eating after. And then I might have one more coffee. So normally it's like 3 cups now. Drive to Galveston, 8-hour drive, hotel overnight, on the ship Sunday. Don't oversleep or you miss your cruise. Yeah, it's all the set. Like it's 23 miles is fucking decent, isn't it? Especially if you're carrying. You can walk or run. It's the same in principle. It's the same calories, but you're carrying, so it's going to be more. And when you're running, your heart rate stays higher for longer, so you burn a little bit more afterwards as well, and during. But yeah, I want to get hiking. There's some really nice hills around here on the outskirts of the city, so it's the kind of place where you can walk a few miles, find a pub, eat, walk a few more miles, find a pub. So I'm going to be doing that, and maybe even stay in one in the springtime. 10 to 15k race. Yeah, just keep going. It's fun. It's fun. I've looked at like a hiking group just to get to might meet a couple of people, but there might be weirdos as well. But also just to find the routes, because if we just go out like the first time I go up in the hills, I can just go with these idiots for one day, work out a route, and then I'll probably come back because I prefer being alone. Doing anything really. So yeah, I'll sort out some routes and then I can just have a whole day of it. You know, over 10, 15 miles in a day. At least 10. And just have a break it up with some nice food. And then at the end, especially if I'm staying at the far end of it, I'll just get hammered, eat a pie and get hammered in a pub. I want to find one of those country pubs where you can stay in as well, like an inn. Like from Lord of the Rings, we have those. I keep forgetting I'm in the north now. I keep forgetting. But so we've got all that, and then we've got Yorkshire just in the middle and all that stuff as well. Pennines, it's really nice. Peak District up here as well. Yeah, it's good. I like it. I like getting the miles in. I love hiking, so I'm going to get into that very soon. Probably like it might be a couple of months because I've got a lot of stuff on, but yeah, when I can free up the space to go and do it and just have a whole day at least, that'd be nice. And then I'm going to start going on little mini trips and renting weird little places out in the middle of nowhere, which will always help. Also help. Haven't eaten today. I got to go soon. I need to go and sort out what I'm going to do about food. And then I've got to leave in like an hour to go to Scousland. Never been, but it's smaller than Manchester, I think. So it looks like about less than a mile to get to the passport office when I get there, and then it's like 15 minutes from the comedy place. So I'll just bound around. I'll go and get some pictures at the Cavern Club for Konopka and Napo. Although Konopka might have seen it because he was over a few years ago. Outside probably today, and then next time I go over, I'll probably go inside for a beer on the way. Mondays are looking good for comedy. I think got that place, 2 places here that I pulled out of. And also the guts are playing up. You know, I think I've been eating shit that I shouldn't be eating. I had some muffins the other day. Had some regular pasta, which I'm probably going to end up eating a fair bit, but it's fucking with me. So I've taken some Imodium already this morning, pre-gaming, because I know what it'll be. I'll get to Liverpool and I'll be like, oh, there's blood. There's blood in my underwear now. And I've got to walk around a town that I don't know, trying to find a bathroom so I can wipe the blood out my ass. Yeah, see you in a bit. Yeah, I'm finishing up soon anyway. Kev, take it easy, man. These are like half hour, these things. And I'll have to get more. I'll have to get like 6 things to talk about because I blew through 3 things in 6 minutes. And that's what she said. There we go. 31 minutes. All right, you fucks. I'm gonna dip out. I've got shit to do. I've got to literally take a shit. I've got to eat. Probably go to the store and all that stuff. Come back, sort my shit, get some notes. I've got to get some notes together. And my Husky Boyo hoodie that will be So I'll be wearing which one? Husky Boyo hoodie tonight. So if I get some video or whatnot or pictures, I'll put them up. And TLR shit. Ahoy! Oinkers. I'll have to get a new thing going on as well. Which will be nice. They're very soft. They're very warm. I haven't washed them yet. That might be, and I will be honest if it fucks them up a little bit, but I'm going to turn them inside out and wash them like that. But they're very, very, very soft and pretty warm. I say. All right, you bitches. Go have a nice, Monday? And I'll see you Wednesday, probably a bit later, about 11 Eastern, 11:30 Eastern, and then the same Friday-ish. Tomorrow I might have Shannon back on. I need to speak to her today. We got to have a meeting about this fucking thing anyway, so I might as well try and do it in a one tomorrow. Thursday we've got Dykes and Mann over on that channel. Saturday we're doing Andy Andrus watch along for the Last Shot special. At the moment it's on YouTube. Might switch it to Twitch. I'll decide later. And yeah, I'll give him an invite to see if he wants to jump on for the thing after as well. So we can't play it on screen, but it'll be on YouTube for the release, and we'll all watch it and hang out, fuck around. Brett and Jamie will be on, and then afterwards we'll hang for a podcast. Won't be a drinkathon because 2 of us are sober-ish. Jamie won't be, so it won't be hours and hours. We might have an hour or 2 afterwards as well. It's not going to be anything crazy, but we will send a link out to Andy Andrus as well if you want to pop on. I know he'll be recording IWA that day as well. If he's got time, he can. If he hasn't, he won't. But we'll be watching Last Shot anyway on Saturday. We would do it on Friday, but Brock's streaming on Friday anyway, so we'll kick it into the Saturday. But yeah, Last Shot comes out this Friday, so check that out and come back and hang with us as well. Apart from that, I'm going to end this now. I want to wish you a nice Monday and stop the steal, man.